Hello. Okay. Welcome everybody. We are working on this and a lot more involved, but we're starting here. I'm gonna start because I realized from last time I actually did some research and I did a bit wrong. So I'm gonna undo this. I finally found a better way to do this, so which is good because I don't know what I'm doing and other people do, which is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to undo the knots that I did around here, and then I think I'm going to, I couldn't find how to do these little moons online, but I found some floral wire, so I think I'm going to run it, see if I can run it through. That way it will hold the shape more that I want it to make. Yes, hello. Okay, I think it's working. Let me know if it isn't. Oh, are you worried, Dandy? Hi everybody. So, this is my second gander at streaming this week, which is really exciting. I'm excited to get back into the swing of things. I realized I had a lot more set up than I remembered. So, anyways, so what we're doing is I have a friend who's pregos, and I'm making her a Babymobile thing, and I want it to be very boho, if you will. And so I want some of the things that are dangling off it to be like a rainbow, because that's super common, and like a moon and a sun, and then I think a feather is the fourth thing. And then I'll probably found these at Hobby Lobby, and I thought they were really cute. So these are going to be, I have two. It's going to be like a two-tier kind of chandelier thing, which I'm excited about. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I figured we'll just start with the little shapes that I know for sure I want to hang off it. So that's what I have planned. So last time I didn't get much done because I don't know what I'm doing. We worked on this little moon thing, and I was having trouble with this knot situation, and then I hot glue gunned it and over knotted it way more than I needed to, so it's all bulky, but that's fine. So I looked up a better way to knot it, so that's what we're gonna do. Hoping I didn't glue this. Oh my god, I think I did. I did glue it. Did I glue it? Or is that what's underneath? Okay, I think that's what's underneath. Okay, I knew better. I knew better. Okay, so I'm going to undo this. And then I couldn't look online, although I didn't look very hard, of how to properly make this little guy to hold its shape. But I found some floral wire, so I think I'm going to do my best to just stab that inside to hold the shape, and then redo this tie. And then this one should be good. And then we can move on to the other shapes. Okay. No, I did hot glue it. I did hot glue it. Okay. Well, here, I can at least you're mad at your past self. So let's see here. I can undo this knot. I did a little bit of trying to learn how to do this before today's stream, but not a lot. So this is not an official tutorial by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. Oh, I really knotted it. I think also because I don't know, I do this with a lot of sewing, like I don't trust the secureness of it. I guess because I feel like I'm not confident in it, so I like double knots anything I touch instead of just doing the one or two to secure it, because I just think, oh, it's gonna fall out. But then it makes it all lumpy, so, you know, pick your poison. Whoop. Okay. Alright, so that is undone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some wire. Have some floral wire. I didn't have this forever because I don't do a lot with floral stuff. Like, I don't need it. And then once I finally got it, I actually realized I need it for a lot of things and use it all the time. So I'm going to just try to stab it. I'm going to do this little one first to see if it will work. Oh, it's going to be tight. That's what she said. I don't know if this will work. It seems like a nice idea. I wonder if I should, how much will show on the outside, and if I should just, no, but I hot glued it. Lane, why did you hot glue everything? Making it so much harder on yourself. Okay. Okay, because I can get it in about an inch, and then it doesn't go any further than that. So, but I want to keep trying because I want it to be here, push down, a more curved. So instead of kind of just long like that, I want it to be kind of real curved. But I don't know how to do that if I don't use wire. If you have any other suggestions of how to make it hold that shape, is hot glue. I don't believe you right now. Because hot glue has failed me so many times. Still having fun. Still. What to do? Because I don't particularly want to start over. But I don't think it's going to hold its shape without it. You know what? Okay. I think I'm going to start over. I think I know what I'm doing a little bit more now. So it will all go faster. We'll see. So this is, I like the length though, so we're going to go for the length. So yeah. Oh boy. Off to a great start, but it's fine. It's, although I was looking at the calendar and I realized this needs to be done in 6 days. And I'm restarting it right now, which would be cool if I like knew how to do macrame, but I don't, so it takes me a little longer. That's fine, we will figure it out. And if we don't, who needs sleep, right? Okay, I'm gonna tape the edges so they don't get all frayy. I'm doing my thing. Okay, so I want it to be this long. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to try to do is lace it through before I wrap it now. And if not, I'll just add it like around. But if I could lace it through, that would be ideal, so I don't have to worry about it showing. A lot of the moon things I did see were where they bought just like wire moon shapes and wrapped around it. So we're not doing that. We're working with what we got, which is this, which should be totally fine. Yeah, that's working. That is working. How's everyone's Saturday night going? Any exciting plans? Almost there. So today kind of was a pooey day, so I'm hoping it wasn't actually, but it, and I'm gonna hook it and then go back in so that it stays and it doesn't pinch out. Does that sound like a good idea? I have, these are wire cutters, but if I use them, cool. All right, that's look on the other side actually. Yes, so what I usually do on Saturday nights actually happened this morning, which has been really common this season. So I'm an Oklahoma Sooners fan, and so love amazingly in the fall. My Saturdays are full of football, which is normally great, except for today when we lost for the first time this season, which was kind of a bummer. Okay, so I'm just pinching this so it hides a little more. Because this is going to be wrapped, but if I can make it as discreet as possible, then I won't have to worry about it. Go under. Hide yourself, little knot. Okay. There. As soon as I pull it. Okay. Whatever. That's good. Okay. The big one is done. Alright, and then I will do... Should I wrap it or should I do the other one? I'll do the other one with wire as well. Okay. Cover it with tape. But yeah, football is normally fun, and it's a good way to say that I'm busy on a Saturday, while being lazy. It's like, I'm busy sitting on my butt watching a football game. But it works, and I like that I have that all fall season. But today was kind of pooey, which is fine. Is this long enough? I think so. But yeah, so I did that. And then I did some laundry. I did my hand washing, and I don't know about you, but I hate hand washing more than probably anything else ever. I hate it so much. And I did that today, which was very exciting. So that I feel very productive. Okay. So... I think I'll go in about right here. Kind of like pulling rope apart and seeing all the twist kind of come undone. go. Cooking with gas, as my dad likes to say. Okay. Home stretch. Okay, I think that's, let's see here. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, hi baby. My dog came to say hi. So let's see if I can get this hook back under. Yeah, I just do that. And then I pinch it down. No, I think I did that too high. Well, I think it will be fine. This is, if anything, just reinforcement, and that if I have both of them in, then it should be surely enough to get this thing going. I don't know, it is pretty high here. Let me undo it. Since I am redoing this already, I'd like to not, maybe that's a high standard, to not redo it again. Okay. Let's see if it's even possible. How can I scoot it up this way? I don't know even how that happened. But that's fine. Here, just make that straight so I can get this all correct. Okay. That should be... Oh, it's because I make them all loose, that's why. Make them all loose to go up it, and then when I tighten it, all the knots, the loops reappear. That's the problem. Okay. This is good enough, surely to goodness. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, there we go. Let's get around. Let's get around. Now, this could do with a little bit more length. That's okay. We will give it to it. Ensure it's the same length as the original one. I think it's actually even a little too long, but that's okie dokie. So I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna trim it out a little bit. So I'm gonna make a Babymobile, and so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to recreate this. I did this before, but right now I'm gonna remake it with wire inside so that I can actually hold the shape of the moon a little bit better. So I'm just running floral wire through the rope right now, and then I will wrap it to get the moon shape. That's the plan anyway. Yes, so we're still in the baby stages. Okay. Now straighten this out. Yes. So, but I'm kind of excited because I looked on Pinterest. I had this idea in my head because I know the person's style and I know they like this kind of stuff. But so I had this idea in my head, and to make it really kind of ornate and full of beads and macrame, but I still don't have a super clear vision. I loosely know what I'm trying to do, but not exactly. So that's going to be a fun thing to kind of just figure out as I go along. This is fine. It's not perfect, but it's going to get wrapped anyway. So just pinch that a little bit smaller. Sure. Hello, hi Haroldrix. Yeah, so I kind of drew up loosely what I'm thinking. So it's kind of gonna be more like a chandelier than the traditional baby kind. And then I want to have, like, there's the little moon. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'll have shapes and then knots and twists all over it. But other than the actual 4 shapes that I want to use, I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. But that's what I have planned. And then I'm going to use these instead of regular hoops. I'm going to use these since they have some beads and some cool texture on it anyway, which in theory will save me work of having to add a bunch of beads. But we will see. All right, cool beans. So now we can get to the wrapping. So I'm gonna use, because moons are white, I'm gonna use my the white one. And it is the best way it shows is to just loop it like this, and then from there kind of pinch the tail. Actually make the tail a little bit smaller. And go ahead and start wrapping. So the rope should definitely be on the other side. So it needs to be really, really, really well wrapped on this first part, because that's where a bit of the wire shows through. So last time, I don't know if it's correct, but I did sort of develop a technique of just to get it super secure and tight. I wrap it a few times, and then I'll kind of scooch it forward. So I'm gonna do a few more times so that I'm not super worried about trying to get it as tight as possible. And then I pull it tight, and then I kind of pinch it and scoot it forward like that. of that. And then yeah, so from this point, and then the more I keep going and going and keep scooching it, it gets more and more secure. So the tail is almost covered. How's the volumes? Is the levels okay with the stream beats and stuff? I have stream beats from Harris Heller. He's super cool. But I can't hear it, so which is something I need to figure out the logistics of, because I would like to jam to some music as well. Makes the time go much faster. So this is the part of macrame that I really enjoy, because it's doesn't take any skill whatsoever. I feel like pretty much anyone could wrap something just around and around and around. Make sure that as I get to this tail that it all gets tucked inside all these frizzy bits. There we go. Let's see if I can do anything about that. I said the camera's lagging. Oh, I have 18 alerts. Oh, geez. Skip frames, skip frames. My goodness, that's quite severe. Let's see if I can do anything. Our CPU is kind of a mess. We're doing the best I can on this computer. Let me see if there's anything I can quit. Nope. Alright. Just keep me updated. My tech support will be coming soon. Maybe he can help me. Okay. Just continually scooching. Whew. So I think this shower is going to be just a traditional girl shower, but I wonder, there's been a lot more co-ed showers as of late, and I feel like I get a lot of different, it's like a hot topic, and I get a lot of different opinions about whether they like it or do not like it, or if it should be a thing or if it should not be a thing. So I'd love to get other people's opinions. A lot of the guys that I've talked to say they don't want to go. What would they do? Showers are boring. Which, a part of me kind of gets, because most showers are boring. A lot of them are just the same things over and over again, which is totally fine. And it's just like, as a girl, it's like, okay, that's something we have to go. Where guys, because it's a newer thing for them to go, they're like, well, why would I subject myself to something boring? But I'd love to get your thoughts. But I think what that's done is pushed an effort to make showers less boring and a little bit more engaging with better games and what have you. Okay. I think I'll get to where the wire ends and then I'm going to measure and see how much we have. See, almost there. Just kind of speed round it. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and, no, I shouldn't cut it. I want to cut it because it's kind of getting extra twisty. I'll do this. Okay, I am past. Well, but that's kind of my point though, is some girls are entertained, but a lot of girls also find them boring. So it's kind of just like this thing that we've just all sort of agreed to do, when in fact I don't know if anyone really loves it, except for maybe the person receiving all the gifts and what have yous. But also, it's mainly for gifts, so I think is the main reason we have them. Okay, so it's looks to be a little bit longer. Let me scoot this guy back up a little bit. So, Nito, would you, if you had like a girl, like someone, they're like, you have to come, or a really good female friend was like, you're really important to me, I really want you there, would you go? Or is it still like a fight? Because a lot of people who receive the showers, you know, it's like important for them to feel like loved and cherished in that time and that sort of thing. Okay, so I think this is about the right. I made the cord a little long, but that's fine because we are making it up. It's still a little. Let's do a little bit. Okay. So, how did I see it? I think it's like this. There we go. So then we just wrap it by kind of looping it that way. Still don't think that's right. Alright, let's measure it up to the original one. Close enough. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get it extra tight. Cool. All right. That looks pretty well secure. Secure enough for my standards anyway. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect is not attainable in this house. So I'm gonna untwisty this thing. Oh, I love doing this. This is my favorite part. I feel like I do something wrong because this always happens when I'm knitting or doing anything, and I feel like it's not supposed to, but it does. But I like unraveling it. Yeah, I think that's the general consensus. But I wonder if, like, if there was a bunch of other guys, if they would go. And then, but then it's like they would probably segregate. Because that's kind of what always happens. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I think that's the main reason, is because it's not common for guys to go. They would feel uncomfortable being either the only one or at something that is not normally for them. Okay, so I'm going to get my old ones out of the way so I don't get them mixed up, because that will happen. Okay, so I'm going to start on the bigger one. And I'm just going to do the same thing. So, I'm going to take it over here. Okay. So then I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just going to take, I'll do it right here, right at the thing. So I'm just going to pinch the little tail that I made and then just start wrapping around. I think it gets less twisty if I spin the main rope instead of the one I'm wrapping around. That's gonna be my main go this way. That's a problem. That's my biggest struggle, is when I learn on the go, it usually turns out fine by most people's standards, but I learn, and I learn how to do it better. So if I'm doing multiple, it's like one half of them is like, if I'm doing two things, the second one is better than the first attempt, and then I lop them on the same project, and you can tell, at least I can tell, and I'm like, dang it. But I choose to not, like, you know, if I was smart, then I would, you know, practice before I do the actual project that I need to do. But I will never do that. So this is what we're dealing with. Okay. So just continuing wrapping around, nice and methodical. Need to be careful around the end of the tail because it gets all frizzy. And there you go. already been 50 minutes. Time flies when we're having fun. Plus, I'm a little bit on the time crunch, so I should learn how to do this quickly. Though I do think I'm already getting faster. Haven't been scooching it, but it seems pretty tight. I probably should have been wrapping it this way all along. We're learning as we go. This has gotten exposed. That's better, I think. What is everyone's thoughts on the holidays? Is it time to celebrate Christmas, or is it Thanksgiving first? I feel like a lot of my friends, it's split down the middle. I'm kind of like, you can get like mostly holidays without fully like straight up Christmas everything, and then, you know, leave space for Thanksgiving. However, my husband, he works where he's around Christmas stuff and holiday stuff very early and very intensely, and so he doesn't want to be bombarded by it at home until in its appropriate time. So I believe we do basically we have a on Black Friday. On Black Friday we can bust it all out, but up until then, just Thanksgiving all the way. I like the idea though. I've seen some kind of like holiday trees where they put their Christmas tree up and then they do sort of different holidays. I wouldn't have it all year, but I think a Halloween tree could be super cute, especially if you go with a certain theme of like a movie or something. And then a Thanksgiving tree would be really pretty. I'm not mad at the idea. That might be something. We do real trees at the moment, but if we ever switch to a fake tree where you could have it longer, I don't think it's the... So it's just straight Christmas? What are other holidays that you have that like, that you celebrate throughout the year that are unique to you? Do you have any that's like as big as Thanksgiving here? Like a national holiday or something like that? I know I watch a lot of British television, and I know I'm supposed to really like Thanksgiving and stuff because I'm American, but I really like because they just get into Christmas early, and they just do it full out for months, and I kind of love it. I'm a little jealous. And then they also have proper snow, which I do not have where I currently live, which is another thing that I'm super jealous about. Would love to live somewhere one day that has like proper full season, 4 seasons. Okay, let's see here. Pretty close on the length. I'm just gonna do like 2 more, then I think we're there. Oh, excuse me. Okay, is this it? Hold on. No, this is it. There we go. So you do it this way, and then so that it falls. Is that right? No, it's like a way when you wrap cables. Hold on. So it's, you wrap it around. That must be right. Ah. Oh, that's right. You have Carnival. Hold on. That's in the is Carnival? Is that in the summer, right? Well, summer, like, isn't that in like June? I don't know. When is that? Forgive me guessing. When is it? And how long does it last? Because it's usually like it's more than a day, right? I don't know much about it, other than I've seen some awesome clothing and costumes for it. Okay. Again, not perfect, but this is fine because we are going to wrap this. So I'm going to cut that off. See, look how much faster. It took me like 3 hours to do this the first time, and now we're doing it much faster. So that's good. Okay. End of February, 4 or 5 days. Ooh, that sounds fun. But February, because you're in the southern hemisphere, it's still warm then, right? Excuse me. Excuse me if I am incorrect. But yeah, that's the one thing about a lot of American holidays. They're all just one day. And we like, in spirit, we like make it extend, but it never like properly extends more than one day. Oh. Yeah, I feel like it can be kind of chaos, and then if you're not into that scene, it's, you can't really avoid it, which I feel like that could be a problem. And then I imagine it, like, the cleanup is, like, forever after. Okay. So. 1 second. Okay, so since it's wire, it will now hopefully hold its shape. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're good, we're good, we're good. The only part that coming undone is the indie bit, but that's totally fine. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, because I kind of have these 3 very neutral colors. This is a little lighter than I'd like it to be, kind of in the middle, but it's fine. So my goal is to, for on each of the ornaments or what have you, use all 3 colors. So we use the tan color, that's going to be the fringe at the end, and then I'm going to wrap the ends. Oh, that makes sense. Do you get tired of that? I know I live in LA right now, and it's one of those of everyone's like, but the weather, you must love the weather. But I kind of get bored of it. And I feel like we even have a little more seasons than maybe you would in where you live. And I still get kind of... that makes sense. Oh, so you're more of the northern part of, mid to northern part of Brazil. But I get kind of just bored. And that's maybe just because I'm going to... Although I said that I hate the hot glue gun, I'm going to turn it on for a second because the instructions I said did say, or the instructions I saw rather did say on this bit to go ahead and just hot glue it just a tiny bit. So I'll see. Moderation is not my greatest asset, but I'm gonna give it a go. Okay, so I'm gonna heat that up, but I'll do the other side. 1 second. Alright, I found a way to do the knots. Let's see if it was here. Some people say Pinterest is out of date, but I say that they are crazy because I love it so much. Yeah, it's this one. So it's a pin by Grey Wonders that is, I think, basically the same idea. So it's a loop, but it's up, and then you wrap it. That is right. So it's a loop like this. And then you go through the loop at the bottom and pull it tight. And then you just cut the ends. Making sure I don't miss anything. Yep, okay, cool. So that's what we're gonna do. So while it's heating up on that one end, yeah, so Janito, do you like that it's one season? Or do you get bored of it? Because I feel like even, that's what I think. But obviously lots of people move to LA because of the weather, so could be very much in the minority there. Okay. So I am going to do the thing that the Pinterest suggests. So I'm going to go ahead and do the loop this way. Actually, I should probably do it on the back end. Well, what's going to be the back end? Yeah, this is going to be the back end. It has to be pretty kind of on both sides, which is a little stressful. But we'll have at least one side that's a little prettier than the other. Yeah, that's what I thought. I feel the same way. But I'm from Oklahoma originally, where the weather can suck a lot. Sometimes more often than not. But it's an adventure. It's kind of every day you wake up and you're like, what's it gonna be? Because there's no telling. Okay, so I'm gonna pinch this and then try to I can't decide if I want to. Yeah, I think I need to wrap it around because I tried to last time, like cover where it like becomes white, but it makes it too lumpy. So, well, we'll see. Don't want to speak too soon. So, good idea. I still want to start it a little closer to the edge though. Okay. This is going much better than it did the first time. I'm gonna wrap it a couple more times because I don't want it to be, I still want it to look like a moon. Okay. So I'll go ahead and trim it off here. It's doing something. Okay. So then you pull it where it goes underneath like that. Yay! That went so much better than the first time when I was trying to hot glue everything. Okay. Sweet. Things are looking up. Looking up indeed. Okay. So then I just trim the edges and I think I just tuck it in with a needle. See, this is the other one of those examples that I really wanted to be like quadruple knot because I don't trust this at all. It's like, but it will come undone. I know it will. And it might. Oh, I'm gonna trim it a little bit more. The hot glue is getting warm. Okay, so then I'm just gonna tuck the little frayy bits. Tuck them underneath. If there's a better way to do this, probably. Probably is. There we go. Sort of. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna do the other side. Maybe. You know what? This side is fine. I don't want to mess with it. Okay, now I'm going to glue gun this baby. So I'm just gonna do a little dab. Oh god. So I didn't realize, but I had left this thing on since the last time I streamed, which was Wednesday. And it just been over here just on, doing its thing. Luckily it's not super strong or flammable, because it's a itty bitty one. I should have used my bigger one. It's more stronger. It's stronger than this. Ugh. There we go. Hopefully that will get it going. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit this time, since last time was overkill and it made it a lumpy mess that was very hard to wrap around. Which part of it? The leaving it on for 3 days? Or the fact that I just touched it? I don't know what it is about crafters that just burning and poking ourselves just when you're crafting, suddenly it's like you don't even feel it. Just focused on the task at hand. Okay, there we go. So that will do its thing. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Little bit, just a little bit. Okay. And come on. All right. Hopefully this one looks pretty lumpy, but oh well. What you gonna do about it? Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim those babies. Should be dry in a second. Also, I'm holding these like a crazy person. If anyone has any good left-handed scissors, let me know. Your girl could use them. I dread any projects that I have to cut a lot because all the scissors give me major cramps. Okay. Let me fix this right here. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna do the same thing I did on the other side. Oh, that's looking cute. Look how cute that is. It's so cute. Okay. So I will make a loopy-doop on the back side, which is, I guess, this one. And then I will hold it like this. Hold the loop down here. And then pinch it. Start. Whoa, need to figure out where the heck I want to. Pinch it. Then start wrapping. Now I have glue bits I have to deal with, but and I also just realized that now I have to do the same amount that I did on the other side, which was 5 or 6. I'll have to count. Yeah, it's gonna be for a baby. It's going in the nursery. Is the plan. That is the plan. Hold on, is that about the same? And let me check and make sure it looks good on this side. Alright, it looks the same width, but it's a lot thicker. I don't know why that is, but I pulled it as tight as I could. Alright, so then I loose this through the loop, and then I pull. Pull it tight. Pull it tight, hope for the best. Okay, not bad for a second try. Man, if I did a third one, it'd look amazing. No, this is fine. Okay. And it's pretty cute if I... Oh! Sorry. Hi, Dandy. Hello, this is my dog. He sits everywhere that I am. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to trim... He's laying on my scissors. Trim this. This is kind of a pain to tuck, so I want to trim it down as much as I can. Okay. And then where did I put that little a little needle? Where did it go? Excuse my dog's rear hind. You're funny. Okay. I'm just going to use the butt of this. That will hopefully work better. Or not. Yeah. Yes, I think he's poodle. So I got him, I like to say pre-owned. He's technically a rescue, but he's not completely traumatized or anything, so just like to say he's pre-owned. They just said he was poodle, so that's all that I know he is. But when I look at like purebred poodles, I'm like, oh, there's no way, there's no way you're a pure poodle. You got something else in you. So he's mostly poodle, probably has Bichon or I don't know, something else in him. But he's a good little doggo. I've had him for 8, almost 9 years now. He's getting up there. But yeah, he's good. He's always been a pretty good lap dog. And then now, especially now that he's kind of getting up there in years. But yeah, it's pretty much, if he could just be in my lap all the time, he would be the happiest dog in all the land. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna call this Dunzo. At least for now. Okay, so this is Little Moon, which I think is very cute. And then I'm going to take the tape off the ends. Get that out of here. This one's gonna be a nightmare. I did this one really tight. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, he's been a good little dog. Definitely. I got him when he was 3 years old, which is great. I'm always for adopting because he literally, like, he came potty trained and everything, so I didn't have to do any of that. I just got to love him. I got all the good butts without having to deal with that stuff. Okay, I don't know how the heck I put this tape on, but I need like a seam ripper. I do have one somewhere. Ah, come on. Let's see here. Let's see what I can use. Alright, I'll just do the other side for now. Alright, this side, I think I'm just gonna cut. I have never had a cat. There's been some that I like, but I'm not necessarily a cat person. Main reason just because my dog, who's actually very nice to cats, like he doesn't ever snip at them or whatever, but they hiss at him, and they'll try to bite him and scratch at him, and that bothers me. So I get kind of protective dog mom over that. But there's been some, my old roommate, she had the cat when I lived here, so I guess it was kind of technically mine too. His name was Murdoch. He was named after Daredevil. Candy, are you on? Yeah. He's on my pliers. It's fine. Which I thought it was a really cute name. And, because he was blind, like Daredevil. And, he was a pretty cool cat. He was actually, they said he was hypoallergenic. I guess it's because, I mean, he shed, but I guess the pollen or the protein in his, fur wasn't the allergen kind. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, that's the other thing is I am allergic to cats. So, and I'm allergic to dogs as well. But there's a lot of dogs like my dog here who are hypoallergenic. So, It's not a huge deal. Okay. So the wires were too long, so now I'm just kind of trimming them. I'm gonna try to hide them in the fur of this. So then I'm gonna unravel it and make it all fluffy. Okay. I need a brush. But I kind of just want to, they need to be, at least this is the shortest one, so they need to be that length. Jay Nito, do you have a cat as well? Do you have a cat? Are you a cat person? Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see. Just kind of eyeballing it. Something can't be redone, I say just do it with reckless abandon. No planning, just eyeballing. Home and fluff that, but oh, nice. Do you have a cat or cats, plural? Alright, that is a moon, roughly. I feel like it's pretty cute. I'll need to figure out how to hang it, but that is another problem for another day. Right now, I think I'm gonna go on to the rainbow, because why not? So, this is gonna hang top side like this. So I have a measuring thing somewhere. Andy, where'd it go? Are you sitting on it? Do they fight? A lot of my friends, they have cats, and then there's a lot of chemistry that happens. It has to happen. They have to get along or have their own space or. Okay, so this measures roughly 4. I think 4 is what we're going for, but a little under is a good 2. This is like 3.5. So we're going for roughly 3.5. So it will have to be the height. Excuse me. Just doing it on Dandy. You're such a stinker. He doesn't care whatever's on him as long as he can be near me. Okay. So the biggest one will be I don't know, this is kind of skinny. Oh. Ouch. Yeah, I feel like that's what I've heard. We've thought about getting a second dog. For Dandy, so he has some company. But the thing is, well, now it changes. He used to be able to fly on airplanes, but now he can no longer. But because he's pretty well behaved and just one dog, it's a lot easier to take him everywhere. So that is kind of nice. So that's kind of why we've just kept it one dog. It's a lot easier to travel with one dog than it is two. Frankly, it's impossible to travel with two, I feel like, even if they're well behaved. So that's why we do one for now. But maybe one day if we get a yard and stuff, we can have a bunch. Dandy, thank you for being still. You good boy. Okay. So, more than that. That would be that one. Third one. Yeah, we need more than this. Let's see. I mean, because it's gonna be a little thicker, but not enough. I feel like I need at least one, maybe two more colors, don't you think? Oh. Dandy, you're moving on my workstation. Let's coat it here. Okay, thank you. So it'd be like this, but it needs to be more than that. So let's see. Let's see how many colors I could do. Or if I want to do colors. I kind of don't want to do colors. I want to keep it neutral, because once I introduce colors, it's gonna be a whole thing. So I could do. So here's 1, 2, 3. And then I have this one. And I have this one. I think I kind of like the chunk. And then I might be able to use all of it up, which would be cool too. So, but do I need this? I'm just gonna cut 5, and then we'll see. I'll just start with the biggest one and work my way down and see how many we end up needing. That's 4. And then this is 5. Well, we know 5 will be plenty if that's how many we end up needing to do. Okay, so now I need to figure out the color order. Because if this was a real rainbow, we'd start probably lightest. No, it starts with red. So which one do we want to do on the outest? I think, because then I'll probably do this one next. So it doesn't matter if we want it to look like this, or like this. I think I'm gonna go darkest on the outside. Really establish the silhouette, if you will. Okay, cool. So it's gonna be the same wrapping technique as with the other one, except I won't have to deal with the nightmare of wrapping it with wire before. So that will be good. Okay. And go this way, because of a funky angle. Still working on my angles for this stream, so any thoughts or notes would be helpful. But I kind of will forget to be on camera. Okay. Alright, we're just wrapping this doodad. Alright, I'm gonna kind of stick to the move the main cord and then scoot method, because that seems to give me the best. Also, I'm gonna trim this. I don't need a tail this long. This is excessive. Just making my life harder. Whoop. Okay. So, wrap around. Nice and methodical. I'm excited. I'm finally making a little bit of progress. I'm gonna get these 4 shapes made, and then I'm gonna start. The only thing I'm nervous about is I think I want to do the big tier on top and then the little tier, but I'm not totally sure, and I don't know if I've given myself enough time to mess around with it, since it's due soon and I have to learn like every skill that I want to put in there. So I am a little nervous about that, but that's the thing, if I can just get it sort of the rough shape of the tiers and it attached together, and then I can just, you know, do dangly bits off it, that is going to be very good. I'll feel like I'll at least have kind of a skeleton to work off of. I actually like, though, that I'm going to be able to incorporate some different yarns, because I want it to be monochromatic, but at least this way I'll be able to add a little bit of texture, which I think will be nice. Scooching it on up. I know. Well, sort of. So I think it'll at least have 4, because I think it's gonna look scrawny with 3 colors. But it's trendy. Like, I know it doesn't make any sense to have rainbows with no color in it, but I was looking online before, and like that was all I saw. It was like either all pinks, like 3 different shades of pinks, or like 3 different shades of tan, which is kind of what I'm doing here. So it's not ideal, but it's not totally crazy. It has been done by other people. Plus, when I was looking at supplies of trying to buy the stuff for this project, it was a lot more prudent to get these 3 colors and make it work than trying to get a whole skeins of yarn for all the colors of the rainbow. So that's my plan. The baby's room that this is going in, they've already done some decorating for it, and it's very monochromatic, so it's very just like tans and beiges and whites. Like, that's the only colors in the room. So if I added color, it might look a little out of place. The tricky bit is I'm gonna use this chunky one that's the same rope as this as a kind that wraps around, and it's obviously a lot thicker than the other ones. So I might I'll probably unravel it and just use one strand, which might be a disaster. So we will find out together. Oh, can you still see me okay? The battery died on my light. So that's good to know. I've got an hour and 40 minutes without battery. Looking pretty good. Danny, go get him. Mobile. We agreed on mobile, but I think it's a you say it differently depending on where you are, sort of thing. That's my guess, because like in the UK, what they call cell phones mobile, which we don't here. So so yes, so that's exactly what I'm making. So it's gonna be a mobile. A hair balloon basket, and then it had little stuffed like clouds and stars dangling from it. So it was a more tall and skinny mobile, but it was the same idea. Maybe Italian or Spanish, like because I think it's, I don't know. It's not American. It's not English. I can tell you that. It's something stolen. But yeah, don't know. They're really fun to make, but I also don't know of a lot of babies who use them. But I think they're more just to decorate the nursery, which is totally fine as well. Whoop, this guy's, start your turn. Okay. All right, home stretch on this one. We'll move on to a different color. I'm just gonna crunch it because it's being all spinny. Well, now it's interesting. It's not like mechanical or anything. Where now a lot of them are kind of like music boxes where they have a windy thing that will spin it, and they play music. Mine will not be that fancy. But in theory, if you are able to buy just that thing, you can attach it to whatever mobile you want. So I guess mine could be that fancy if it wanted to be. All right. Getting there. Okay. I'm gonna have to just tie this off. I've run out of string. All right. One down. 3 to 4 more to go, depending on what we decide. I'm also don't trust my cutting skills here. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything is fine. Okay, I'm going to use this little yarn that I have. It's really fuzzy and chunky, and I think it'd be fun to add a little bit of texture to it. Plus, this is all I have left of it, so I feel like this is a good use of my scraps. Hopefully it stays chunky when I wrap it. Try my scooch method with this yarn. Don't know if it's as effective. It's not coming off cross as chunky as I want, but I still think it's gonna be good. It's definitely fuzzy, which is still a different texture. He kind of looks like a little mummy. Oh, I'm not making a dent in this yarn. That's a bummer. I thought I'd use most of it. I don't know why I thought that. That's fine. I'll use it all up eventually. Awesome. All right, thanks for hanging with me. Have a good night. Enjoy your sleeps. I'll start with this guy. Actually, as we get close, I should probably move these guys out of the way. Let's start messing around with how long it actually needs to be. So these will get sewn together. Yeah, it's already longer than it needs to be. Okay. So that, I think I want it kind of up and down like that. It's kind of cute. So if I have it more up and down than out, I need to measure and make sure it doesn't get too big. Alright, that's fine. So it needs to stop right here. It's nice chatting with you too. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging with me. It really means a lot. Okay. Before I scotch this. Okay, then I'm gonna put it around like this. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to double check that and see how we're doing on length. Should be good. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Cool. Gonna cut that off. That used up no yarn at all, but that's fine. Okay. Alright, so 2 down. And then who knows how many to go. Alright, Alright, so what color do I want to do next? I think I want to do either the white. Yeah, I feel like I have to do the white. There's not enough contrast with that. So we will have a go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna, because I just shoved them to the side, so this one got moved. So I'm gonna use this one because this is the next one, the largest one, and then I'm gonna keep on wrapping. You know me, the wrapper. Okay, so I'm gonna use the same, and then I'm gonna pinch it and then just start wrapping it around. And then eventually this tail will be wrapped in and it'll be nice and secure. So this bit's a little fiddly, but we get there. That's just to do a couple wraps and then I can tighten it once I get it going. Alright, just wrapping. I need to go back to my method that works. Oh, this is kind of loose. I don't know why. Let me do this again. Then just think it is going to be fine and then start. Speed wrap. Speed wrap. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible idea. Okay. Getting there. Alright, getting there. Alright, so we'll see. This needs to be done. Technically, I'm giving it to her on Friday. But I'm busy during the day, so technically it needs to be done Wednesday. So I don't know if I'll be able to stream all of my progress because I think there needs to be some late night shenanigans to get this done in time. But I will do my best to keep you updated. Maybe updated on Instagram as well. So that is my plan. So if you're interested in seeing how the heck this thing turns out, do all the things, and I will keep it updated. Okay, almost there. Alright, cool, yo. I need to check. Let me check the length. Yep, we're doing good. Oh, I think I'll probably only need 4. Okay, cool. So, if I only need 4, then I might play around with the order of things. But either way, this will need to be shorter, so I'll do it right here. Loop it like this. Get tight. And huzzah. Alright. We are well on our way to making a little monochromatic rainbow for the mobile. So anyways, I'm gonna call it a night here. Thank you for everyone who stuck around and watched. If you're interested, like I said, I'm gonna keep it updated on. I'm gonna be doing a lot more stuff as well. Some baking, some acting, some all kinds of stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, thanks for hanging. Have a good night.